Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised. All praises to the Most High. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. My apology. I was making this video. I made this video 44 minutes. It took me, I started making this video at 11 a.m. like I was saying in the prayer. It didn't record. Okay? It didn't record. So let me see if I can show you. Give me a second here. Okay, is that it right there? No. Yeah, that's it right here. Let me see if I can get that. Okay. I spent an hour record this and he didn't record. He said can't play. This file isn't playable. That might be because the file type is unsupported, the extension is incorrect, or the file is corrupt. A whole hour. It didn't record. It didn't record, man. So that's why I always have to keep checking this. So now it's already 7:38 p.m. This is the 21st. So I can't release the video today. I'm gonna have to schedule it to release tomorrow. Tomorrow Sunday though. It can't. Okay, so yeah. Great praise, great glory, man. You know, this thing he did not record, so I'm gonna have to do everything. You know, I'm going to go back and then do everything, you know, together. You know, because what happened? The reason why the file got corrupt, they cut off the power when I was doing this. They cut off the power. But anyway, all praises and glory goes to the Most High, man. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, the Big Levi. And today is Saturday, May the 21st, 2022, 2022. And it's currently 7:39 p.m. Eastern time, pre-recorded. And this should be released on Saturday instead because it didn't record. So, and that's why. And if you're probably gonna hear me playing this beat because we have company, and there's a lot of people in the house. Hey, bad boy, man, what you gonna do? We're going to talk about the Gaylord. Tornado that happened over there. A lot of preppers, a lot of survivalists. Let me talk to you. All right. We might play this beat because there's a lot of kids here. All right, let's begin with this. I'm not quite sure. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to do this again. All right, this is I'm live. Is that anyway? Let's check them first. Could be some private thing. Is it private? All right, it's crap. You got some 2/3 playing their music really loud. Hopefully that thing don't show up in there. I'm not quite sure. That's it's in Detroit, Michigan. So, oh boy, did I lose it? All right, let's look at the damage right here. This is in the city of Gaylord, Michigan. Okay, tornado catastrophic damage from a rare tornado May 20th. Okay, this happened today and you might be watching this tomorrow. Before we go in, let me enlarge this. I would like to place a disclaimer. Now, let me make sure if that thing is recorded. Let me see. Is it recorded? Is it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know, you gotta look right here to see if the megabytes are going up. Last time it was frozen. But anyway, full disclosure, full disclaimer. We have a lot of people that are here, they are new, and we welcome you. If you come to learn the way of the mighty one, everything that you see here, it is not fake. We do not believe nor we repeat conspiracy theories here. For instance, you will hear a lot of people that look like us, whether they are skin folk or they are kinfolk, they will say this is not real. This is made by CERN or up because the Gentiles say so. Okay, to take credit away from the mighty one and to bring confusion. We don't do that here. We do not give credit to little aliens or to the elites. The so-called elites are not doing this. Now, with that being said, these things that you're about to witness here, they are done by angels. One angel in particular, the name of the angels is called Rahaviel, the angel of wind, so to speak. She did this. All right, you will see a lot of things that's going to happen here, a lot of unusual things, okay? And then they're going to be really disturbing, so to speak. But it is real. There is nothing fake here. This is not up or CERN. Men do not have the technology to do this. They do not have the power to do that. This is not from the elite. This is from the Most High. Now, Gaylord, ironically. So a sister sent me, our beloved sister Shibashan, she sent me the meaning of Gaylord. All right. What does the name Gaylord means?
Lively, high-spirited. According to the bump, origin, French, popularity, 12,043, meaning, lively, high-spirited.
Okay, the Most High sent message right there, say we must be lively, we must be high-spirited. Man, can I get a higher beat? Is this beat good? Is this beat good? Is this beat good? Yeah, is this beat good? Yeah. This is the damage of the tornado right there in Gaylord. Bad boys, what you gonna do when the Messiah come for you? 1, 2, 3, this is the Messiah here. That's a tornado he sent. This thing is not fake, it is real. Men do not have power to do this. The elites are not responsible. The angels are coming back reporting unto us. This is real. This is not fake. Yeah, CERN not doing this. That's why you don't see none of this garbage repeating over here. That's a supermarket that's being destroyed. The Messiah is targeting their business. Hey, right there in Gaylord, it's French for high-spirited. It's French for lively. Be happy, the Messiah is in the midst. Be happy, the mighty one is here. He's taking revenge on our behalf. He's doing all those things for us, yeah. Look at the car, flip on this side. When those people see those things, shabby, happy, lobby, destroyed. When those people look at this destruction, fear run through their heart, they tremble. They know this is all the mighty one. They know this happening because they are guilty. Happy and lobby over there in Gaylord. I don't know who you are, but you will be judged. Look at this damage. Look at this, baby. Yeah. Gaylord, which mean lively, which mean high-spirited, which mean the Most I want us to say in a high frequency. Okay? All right? The Most High doesn't want us to be sad. Okay? For the Gentiles, it's celebration 0. I'm not quite sure what kind of beat is this, but let me check. You gotta make so many of them. Is celebration 0 good? Probably not. I'm not quite sure. Let me check this. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Celebration 0 for you.
sad thing is that people bring guns to events like this. It should be a joyous moment.
Shootings all over high school. Yeah. Radiation 24 hours. Yeah. The sword is in the knees. Yeah. The Messiah is not playing. The plague is here. Judgment is here. The Messiah is in the midst. What are you doing? The Messiah is here. Yes, sir. All right. Celebration 0. Now, the whole thing with Gaylord, let me see how many I have here. Okay, the thing is with Gaylord, high spirited. Let me see. Is that thing with yes. It is recorded. The thing with Gaylord, high spirited. We'll come back to the sword and right here. Now, this is Germany. This is another tornado. Okay. All right. Tornado hits Paderborn and Lippstadt, Germany, May 20th. This happened yesterday, and then this happened in Germany. All right. Let's go back to Gaylord right here. Damn it. No, wait, is that? No. There we go. Is that what that is? Yes.
Just stunning. Damage to the town is described as catastrophic, with buildings destroyed and cars flipped over everywhere.
Okay, so now they just released. One person died, 44 injured in Gaylord, Michigan. I don't know why I keep having problems saying this. Now, let me enlarge this, and I'm gonna ask you some question, and I want you to answer as honestly as you can. Now, do you really believe that those people that like to live in trailers, they like to have trailer parks? This is obviously a trailer, RV, an RV dealership or manufacturing place or company. Do you really believe those people that are those millionaires or billionaires that own those things, do you really believe they would pull their money together and build or come up with the technology that they can control the weather, and for some odd reason, and they go ahead, they use this technology to attack themselves? So you mean to tell me all those elites around the world, they have this technology? They could have easily did this in the hood. They could have easily go ahead and do this to Buffalo, New York. They would have the hell of a lot more damage, but they use this to do that to themselves, to their own private RV or campers, fabrication place or dealership. Do you really believe that those people have any type of power to control the weather? They would have used it on their own people. You see, those people that own this place that you're looking at in your screen, they are the typical people that will vote against you. They are the people that supported the system and then coming in your face say, man, the system is not fair to you guys, but thank God it is fair to me. I feel so bad for your ancestor, man. Racism is so bad while they are capitalizing and making a hell of a lot of money on racism. Those are the people, you think those are the base, those are the people that, those are the police officers, the judges, the doctors, the one that they put on top of our head to do their dirty job and then act like they're our friend. Those are the smile in your face and stab you in your back. And then the so-called elite use a technology to destroy those people. You think they have this type of power? That is why we don't like conspiracy theories here. Man has no power to cause this. This is from a higher power. And the only power there is the mighty one.
The town is described as catastrophic, with buildings destroyed and cars flipped over everywhere. Last night, Fox Weather spoke with Jim Kaiser, a National Weather Service meteorologist in Gaylord, Michigan, about why this tornado was historic.
The Gaylord itself has never taken a direct hit from a tornado in the last 70 plus years. And so the last
number 70 plus years, they never take a direct hit up until now.
Big severe weather hit in Gaylord itself was 1998 with a 100-mile-per-hour straight line wind event. So it's been nearly 25 years since Gaylord's taken a direct hit with severe weather.
I made me freeze.
So they give this dude like 30 seconds to talk about Gaylord. All right, let's take another video on Gaylord, Michigan. Oops, is that what that is? There you go. Okay, so they had to cut off the sound in this. You may not hear the sound, but you know that's the damage right here, because the person was probably cussing a lot, so they cut it. All right, this thing is real. Okay, this is not being made by men. This is the vengeance of the mighty one. As the Gentiles look, oh damn, you know, things are not getting back to normal at all. It's been like 3 years now, right? We are in May. Is that what that is? Are we? Yes, May 2021. Okay, things started to really get bad in the middle of.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox.
Things started to get really bad in May 2019. Okay, let's look at this.
Earlier, Jim Kieser is back. Jim, thank you so much for coming back with us here this evening.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
All right, so yeah, you know, I did my best to explain what you guys do in order to survey the damage from a tornado, but let's hear it from your point of view. You're obviously the expert. You've got people out in the field right now, right, surveying some of the damage. What are they looking for?
Yeah, it's a little bit
like goodwill. Okay, the Mosai is hating their businesses. You see how the tornado was very precise. There's a video that I watched when I did it in the previous one. There was a black dude. He was standing there, and the tornado was moving towards them, and then it stopped. It lifted up itself, and then it turned. And the guy said this, you know. Well, I can't find this video because it's too many stuff.
Together, we go and we try to find.
Okay, look at this.
The beginning damage to where the tornado first hit the ground, basically. And then we try to follow
Little
it.
Caesars.
And sometimes it's not continuous, and we have to try to piece it together, and we have to use the road.
God, they are using the same image over and over. This is very unprofessional. They could have used multiple multiple images, but they didn't. Oops. But they don't. Okay.
And so we got 2 tornado reports there today, one from Gaylord, and then another, I think you pronounce it, in the city of Spar.
Look at this, man. Look at the tree. So the tree is uprooted and fell on the house, man.
The same tornado, maybe just a mile down the road?
Yeah, we believe that was the same tornado. Every indication we have with what we saw on radar and with the damage, we believe that tornado first came down somewhere to the southwest of Gaylord, potentially, a mile or two or a couple of miles southwest of Gaylord, and sort of moved east-northeast.
See, now what you're hearing, beloved brethren and sisters, it's the astonishing of heart of the Gentiles. Their little devices cannot predict the way that they used to. They cannot see those things the way they used to, because they happen so fast and it happens so promptly, so briskly, without warning. And then they're like, oh, okay, we're going to have to clear that up. We're going to have to say some scientific stuff to say that, oh, this thing happened so fast and nothing to worry about, because, 25 years ago, 1990 and stuff, Gaylord or Gaylord, which I like to call it, lively or high-spirited, never been hit with anything and stuff like that. But look at what's happening to those people, and then they are hiding this destruction. And you're seeing these places happening in Gaylord. Now, let's look at Gaylord demographic, okay? Lively, high-spirited, okay? Gaylord, Michigan demographics.
In 2020, the population of Gaylord was 3,644.
Okay, 4,000 people living in there. 4,000 people, let's see. 4,000 people. And look at this. Okay, Gaylord, the city, is also the seat of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Gaylord, the smallest settlement by far, serving as the location of an active Roman Catholic cathedral. Okay, there's a cathedral over there in Gaylord. Is that what that is? No, it's not going to get Gaylord. Cathedral in the United States. So you see how the Mosai precisely hit the priesthood of Mahan. He hit one of their headquarters. Is that what that is? One of their seats. Okay, he precisely set the tornado in a town. Okay, brethren, let's look at the demography or the demographics of this town. That's geography, climate. I'm not interested. The census. All right, there you go. The racial makeup of the city was 94.8% white, 0.9% African American, 0.8% Native American, 1% Asian, 0.2% from other races, and 2.3% from 2 or more races, Hispanic or Latino, not N Latino, or Latino, or any race were 1.8% of the population. This is very confusing, of course. You're not even 1% over there. Yet, I guaranteed you there is a video out there with a brother there, one brother they will put over there and saying that this dude, I don't know, man. He like, I don't know. This is his fault. It is his fault. He did this, or he suffered the most. They're like, can you imagine how much money you're gonna get? You're going to defraud FEMA and stuff. Oh, don't worry, sir. But the Red Cross is coming for you, and then they're gonna bring food and stuff like that. You see how when the tornado hit the town of Gaylord, the town is like 1%. We're not even 1% over there. You know, when I say we, brothers, you know, all people, yeah, whether they are skin folk or kinfolk, because they like to do this. You see how they never said, oh, this Gaylord is like 75% unemployment or poverty and crime-ridden community, and then it's a tragedy. We see this happen to them and stuff. And we are sending FEMA, the Coast Guard. Is that what that is? The National Guard is on the way and stuff like that. You see, they don't say things like that. They don't say it. You haven't. Every time you hear of the National Guard, you always see them going in their places, in their neighborhood, and not in the hood. The reason why they did the whole fiasco over there in Buffalo, because they are getting too much heat. The people are being focusing too much. You see, everything that happened, they always use us to take the pressure off of them. Look at Ukraine, man. Look at the fiasco going on over there in Ukraine. Look at the sweet wine and the burnt bread that's happening over there in Ukraine. Millions of people are dying over there. What did they do? They put up a video of a white man telling a black woman, you can get in, Ukrainian first. And the whole freaking world is shocked. They're shocked. They took the pressure off of them and put it on us. They caught a little break for a few days. And then now it's getting right back. And a lot of them right now, they're complaining about those billions of dollars that are going overseas to help those people, to make war. Okay, you never heard a country like the United States say, wait a minute, one of those little countries in Africa or Haiti, they want to do good, they want to bring peace, they want to build their country. Let's send them $40 billion so they can have a better place and bring peace, world hunger. We're going to hand that homeless. Let's give that $40 billion for reparation. Nope. To make war and protect their assets. A lot of people around here, they do not understand. They are so confused. They're like, why we are giving those people all that money? They didn't even know there was a country called Ukraine. They didn't even know there is so-called Ukrainian here. All of a sudden, they know that we are giving them a lot of money, billions of dollars, and they are confused. And then they realize like their government don't give a crap about them. Now they are living just like us. All right, so you're not even 1% there, but of course they will take a black dude, or I don't know. They will do this scumbag stuff. Okay, let me get rid of this. Oh, I shouldn't, but I already did. Let me see if there's anything about that Gaylord thing. One dead. Okay, we already got that. There we go. Is that what that is? Yeah. Oh boy, no. Okay, we already watched this. Okay, we already watched this. So there's a music, and they're going to get me from this. All right, now I'm gonna speak on this a little because somebody I spoke on this before when he came in, and then Now, giant sinkhole with a forest inside found in China. All right, let's listen to like probably 30 seconds of this.
Species unknown to science could be hiding in this gaping hole. A team of Chinese scientists has discovered a giant new sinkhole with a forest at its bottom. The sinkhole is 630 feet, 192 meters, deep, according to the Xinhua news agency, deep enough to just swallow a sea. Lewis's Gateway Arch. A team of speleologists and spelunkers rappelled into the sinkhole on Friday, May 6, discovering that there are 3 cave entrances in the chasm, as well as ancient trees 131 feet, 40 meters tall, stretching their branches toward the sunlight that filters through the sinkhole entrance. This is cool news, said George Vaney, the executive director of the National Cave and Karst Research Institute, NCKRI, in the U.S.
You know what that said? You know what that mean? The land is, those people think this thing is it just pop up. It's just like it. I mean, oh, this land it's been there. It was just covered. No, the land that is under is we. All right, let's go get this because we don't like to talk about things. Let's do this right here instead. This once again prove our truth, our prophecy that Atlantis will rise. Okay, this of course. Let's see, sort by oldest. Okay, this once again proved the prophecy of the Atlantean prophecy, and of course from the bottom below will be above, and above will be below. We have plenty land out there. Okay, we made multiple videos years ago. For instance, the land of Shem, the possibility. Let's put this over there. Okay, we had the land of Shem, caves, crystal technology, underwater tunnel, pyramid. We did that. We did this. That was like 2 years ago. And then we'll just briefly check them. Okay. And we did the answer to the riddle. Okay. The riddle that Big Judah find in the Atlantean book. Okay, all right, I guess that's it. I think we're good there. Okay, let's move this. Okay, now the water tunnels, they are connected to the pyramids around the worlds. Remember, I don't say around the earth, the worlds here, Mars, everywhere, they're connected. All those are cave. Our people said they are connected to all the pyramid. You cannot see the world, but our people said that there is road that goes straight to the pyramid of Yucatan. Okay, all to Florida. Anywhere you want to travel in the world, you just go inside of the cave, you say the incantation, and then the star get open, and then you say the destination where you're gonna go, and the Holy Spirit gives you the pass. Okay, that we record this, and oh boy, I didn't put the date in there. Let me see. It could be in the computer. Let's look at the computer. It was recorded in August the 13th, 2020. August the 13th, 2020. So like 2 years ago, so to speak, almost 2 years ago. All right. That's according to them, brothers and sisters. Okay. I must see if I can make a very specific video to this, and I will read to you and show you what the people were saying. Okay, inside of those caves, you can activate things. Remember, that's where Atlantis originally was before Peleg, split everything. That's why you got the Bermuda Triangle here. Look at this U over there. This is beautiful. Okay, well, you got the Bermuda Triangle there because if you bring Atlantis, a place like a part of Atlantis, which is here at Anchorage, where they used to put the boat. Okay, right here, quote unquote, in Ham Land, but back then this was like a sea, a ocean, which proved that this giant fish that Roger showed us, and stuff like that. But anyway, if you bring Africa close to America, okay, that's a part of where Atlantis was. Remember, Atlantis was a quote unquote a floating city. That's why it fell in the ocean. Oops. And then never to be seen again. So all those caves that you see here, there are caves somewhere in Kentucky. I believe in Kentucky.
All right.
You cannot get inside a cave. You can't. It's forbidden. All right. The video is called "The Possibility of Underground Land, Hollow Earth, and Goshen. Okay, we were discussing the possibility when H go down, where the Most High going to put us. Okay, that was 2 years ago. So now we got a video. Those people are talking about they are finding land. Is that what that is? The giant sinkhole and stuff. And we proved to them, brothers. Okay, we proved to them that there was another place in the Philippines, in Vietnam. Of course, they have this. Okay. All praise. Okay, so I believe in Vietnam right there. Oh, back then I used to do a lot of crap. Okay, this is Indiana Jones. We used to go into a lot of movie. This is when I was going into Aquaman and telling the people like the history of Atlantis and the lost Trident. This is our history. That's when I was learning under the master druids that was telling us all the stuff. This Trident actually exists. Okay, our people, you know, while I was talking about the druids and stuff, you know, that was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, before even we get into the whole magical things. Those things were foreseen. And then you know what, let's listen to a little bit of this. My channel. Okay, so this is Gandalf, a priesthood of the Most High. This is Salmon, a priesthood of Satan. So be very careful. Gandalf is Enoch, father of Methuselah. Okay, so Methuselah in that movie was this dude with the sword. I forgot his name. Lord of the Ring. I think Aragorn. Yeah, that's
Lord
what
of
it
the Ring.
was.
Aragorn.
Okay. All right, let me see. Okay, all the underwater vehicles, they got those things, but they just don't know how to activate it. Okay, the movie Lost Empire of Atlantis, Milo and Kida. We talk about this. You know, those videos are really good for you to watch if you're new to the channel. Okay, let me see this.
To island. It's just okay. We have a mysterious island. Christopher Columbus, when he landed, what? Christopher Columbus landed in Hispaniola. Okay, so in 1492.
All right, 1492.
Remember in the beginning, the little boy said, "My grandfather is on a mysterious island. They couldn't get there." Okay, in the fourth part.
Back then I was more terrible.
All right. They couldn't get in the fourth part. Christopher Columbus. All right, let's stop the beat so it won't be too loud. Christopher Columbus landed here in the Holy Island. It's not two islands. It's just the whole island.
It's not.
They call it Hispaniola when he came in, but the whole island original name was Haiti. Okay, which means sacred land, which means the house of the promised land. That's what it means.
That's
what Don't let people telling you it means like a mountainous place. No,
Nope.
It means like the promised land, the house of Israel. That's what it means.
That's what it is.
Okay, even when you search
Kiskeya,
all the islands.
Boayo.
Oh boy. Okay, we're done with that Heaven Gates fellow. Okay, let's look at this.
All right.
Ohio.
Bohayo,
Okay.
Ohio. Little house of God.
So, little Ohio mean little house of Israel.
Okay,
so
little house, and Ohio mean big house of the mighty one. Ohio, the state of Ohio, and Bohayo, the stuff of the Most High, Haiti and stuff like that. So yeah, we came up. All those things. Those people are now coming up with. You know what? Let me see if I can put the link for both videos, so that people can just check them. You know, so they don't have to type and look for, because they what they are doing now, they are shadowing my channel. Okay, they are shadowing the channels. Okay, let me put the title. Oh, I think I lost it. Giant Sinkhole. Is that what that is? Okay, let me put the title here. So now, if you are watching this, you want to watch the video, all you have to do is go to the all you have to do is going to the video description. Okay, when we say video description, we mean this part. I mean that part right here, and you should see a link, and then you're gonna see the name. You click it, it will bring you to this video. Let me see the other one. Oh, I got part 2 and part 1 and part 2. All right, let's see the other one that I made. The possibility of underground. Yeah. Okay, the land of Shem. Okay. Part 1 is already in there. Let's put part 2.
Okay, that's a part of where Atlantis was. Remember?
Okay, this is part 2. Let's put it. So now, if you wish to watch it, you just click on the link, and it should be over there. Okay, that was back then. I was more terrible. I really want to tell the people all the truth, but you know, the most I say, slow down. Too fast. Wait. It's too much. Then I waited. So now 2 years later, you know, that's also what's going on. Okay, so we talk about this. We know there are more land under the earth, and we know there are places that they can't go, and they know that. They just don't know how to access those things. They can't get in here. Okay, they can't get in here. Okay, giant sinkhole. There are more land. We prove it to videos. When you watch those videos, you'll see things. You'll see the things they found in Vietnam and all that. But that's not the point. The point is like the lanes are popping up, new lanes. They haven't been there. Okay, they can fit a whole ocean in there. They haven't been in there. Okay, they can't go in there because they are just like you see new species of trees. There are new species of animals in there. And things going to happen to those people. Okay, Atlantis, you know, is coming back. Okay, and then this is the last video I believe we did. Oops.
In Matthew, we know what then they say the South will rise again. Get the hell out of here, man. We will rise again. The South, you scumbag will never rise again. Okay, that's why it says in Matthew 19:30. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. All right, and the second stick, okay, the book of Heather, chapter 13, verse 12. And when these things come, bringeth to pass the scripture, which saith, there are they who were first, who shall be last, and there are the who they were last, who shall be first. This is talking about the divine switch,
which is you all witnessing here. Those videos are 2-3 years old. Okay. Everything that we said is still happening. All right, let me put this video on there. The answer to the riddle of the Atlantean tradition and ancient Britain, okay, which we know we are the ancient Briton. Let me put it there. Okay, when said Atlantean, that's when I knew when Big Judah released this. Okay, this video you're not going to find it. Okay, they are in Big Judah Patreon. Okay. They are in the Patreon. If you're not a Patreon member, you won't find it. That's when we find out a lot of things that the so-called Druids, they were a bunch of voodoo priests. Okay? Let me see if I can get this. The Druid religion and voodoo. Till now, they really don't know what the Druids is. See that what religion did the Druids follow? That's a lie. Druids were polytheistics. That's a lie. You know, that's why they call Moses the great voodoo man, because that's what it was. Okay, they still now the so-called Druids are very. Yeah, they don't know what they don't know. Those are not Druids. Those guys over there, those are playing makeup. They are playing dress up. Okay, and then those people go over there and do things and think they know what they are doing. They don't. Okay, this is not for them to do that. All right, you see them dressing in white. Okay. Let me show you something. Again, I'm going back to my old stuff. You see this dude over there? Let me see. There we go. This is the real thing. This is the real people. What they are doing here is real. Okay? All right? Whoops. This is the one who's supposed to dress like this and do this, not you guys. You don't know what you're doing over here. If you did know what you are doing over here, this world wouldn't be in this situation that he is. Okay? All right? You guys effed up everything. See how you perverted this? You perverted the pentagram. You flip it upside down. Okay? You guys like demons because you are demons. Okay? You whitewash our stuff. This is a robe of a high priest. All people used to wear. You put yourself in it. And that's why you're being destroyed, because you pretend to do something that you are familiar or belong to you, and you don't know what it is. You have no idea what to do. You are dressing like Israelite with your staff in your hand and thinking like you one of us, and then you are the so-called modern Druids. You are not. This is biblical right here. The way that you're dressing with the staff, it's not for you. Okay? It's not for you. You people did this. You know, you go do all those things. Let me see. Hoodoo and voodoo are often mistake for one another simply, but voodoo is a religion, whereas hoodoo is a group of magical practices that develop from the syncretism of a number of separate cultures and magical traditions. The goal of hoodoo is to allow people access to supernatural forces to improve their daily lives by gaining power in many areas of life, including luck, money, love, divination, revenge, health, employment, and necromancy. Hoodoo, voodoo, just try to find better. Okay? All right. That's not what that is. I don't know who wrote this, but this person is dead wrong. All right? So, that's what you people are doing. Modern paganism, you know, that's not what that is. And of course, in voodoo, there is no image. Okay? Oh boy, I'm going way. Okay. See this image right here? It doesn't exist in voodoo. All right. We explain this again. This is Catholic. This is Catholicism. But the image was used when our ancestors used to do their thing back in the day. When the master will find them, we will ask them what they are doing, and they will say they are worshiping white folks because they didn't want the master to find out. Okay, they don't have that. They have this. Oops, I didn't want to even go to the website anyway. So this what you're looking at here. This is a pentagram. This is Ezili mean woman. Okay, Ezili for that mean young woman. Okay, this is for all the young women that don't. A childless woman, a woman that haven't have kids yet. Dantor mean a mother. Okay, earthly mother. That's what Dantor mean. That's why it's in the north. The north is the earth. Okay, there is the east is wind, the south is fire. The north, the west is water. The north is the earth. All right. This is what and voodoo is the only, so-called religion that have this in it. The African voodoo don't have that. The Cuban voodoo don't have it. Any other voodoo around, they don't have it. Only in the Haitian, and they find this in the Druids. You see those little stars here? The asterisks. It means this power is. Its double power is strengthened. Okay, all right. This is fire. I believe this is fire, and then those are trees. Leaf. This means the spirit is both, and no, this is not fire. This is not fire. This spirit is both and earthly, and I believe watery, and then it's double from the back, at the bottom. It's double power. 1, 2, 3, above 1, 2, 3, and in the middle 1, 2. Okay, the four corner, that's what the plus sign or the course is, the four energy. Anyway, we'll not go into this. This is just something that we are saying. They don't have images and voodoo. Okay, this is when our people used to do our stuff back then when we were in Ukraine, and then you guys go over there, you murdered all people in Russia, and that's why those things are happening over there in Russia. You guys whitewash everything that we used to do, you know, and then, yeah, this is what it is, okay? They have sacred geometry called Veve, okay? Sacred geometry. Oh, geometry, okay? All right? Okay, you don't know how to read or write, but you can trace sacred geometry. Okay, that's what we use. We don't use images. Okay, all right, sacred geometry or geometry. All right, the Kabbalah. Oh boy, it's gonna send me to the website. But anyway, how long we are into this thing? Boy, I hate when I do this. I take all all the time to do something, to explain something, and then I forgot where I was. Okay, giant sinkhole. And then you can check this. That's when I used to go to the Book of Mormon and make connection. But there was a problem. There was a lot of people, they weren't ready for this message yet. So I used to get a lot of pushback because they are finding those stuff that we were saying in the Book of Mormon and in the seal portion of Christ. Okay, in the seal portion, they were about finding those things in everywhere. But I found out there was a group of people that worship those books. Okay, they refuse to go anywhere. So it wasn't the time to bring them the information. Now those people are not here. You can go ahead and read the Book of Mormon. You will find all this information in there. Talk about Atlantis, talk about voodoo and all that stuff. But those people don't know this and they get stuck in one book and then worshiping men over there. So now, all right. Let's take let's get rid of this. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, 3 shootings erupt at high school graduation in 24 hours. Okay, let's listen to that. We're gonna do the rest, but let's listen to this.
12 years of their life come to a graduation.
Okay, at least 3 shootings occurred this week at graduation ceremonies across multiple states. In Tennessee, 1 teen was killed and another injured in a shooting at the Riverdale High School graduation Wednesday night. The shooting stems from an altercation between 2 teens as people were leaving the graduation ceremony. 2/3 in the missing. Anyway, so now why is that? Why is this happening? Why is it like every single time you turn on the news, it's always something? It's either it's fire, wildfire, Laguna Niguel, where all those multiple billionaires and millionaires live, are rich people, their whole houses burned down, and they're shooting all over Buffalo and all over the world, and there's war in Ukraine, which those people pretend it's not going on. Now, one of the reasons, brothers, before I go into Genesis 15 verse 13, monkeypox. Of course, the first thing they're gonna show you is like black kids. Hey, look at this. It's happening to them, not us. Remember the beloved sister, Sister Maria. Okay, Sister Maria told us like this thing is coming. The boils upon the skin. Of course, they put the black child and then say, "Oh, this happening to in Africa, and this happening to black kids," because you know why? You people were going over and infected those childrens. Okay, that's what you were doing. Okay, and then now this thing is. Wait a minute. Hang on. I don't wanna. Okay, that's what that is. Okay, so now this plague is spreading like crazy. It's spreading like crazy. So, okay, this monkeypox. Okay, this thing is spreading like crazy. Okay, when you're going to do your spiritual cleansing, it will protect you from things like that. I don't want to talk about these things. Even if you get this stuff, you can get rid of it easily. We have certain things for it. Okay, I don't like to talk about those stuff because YouTube will say, "Oh, you are giving medical information, misinformation and stuff. You're telling things like, this is we just do a search." Okay, another plague right there in that ass. All right, so that's what it is. So this thing's gonna go nowhere. Of course, they're going to put a bunch of black kids over there. There you go. Okay, monkeypox virus outbreak in UK. Would they put it on thumbnail? A little black kid. Okay, a little black kid there showing his hand. "Oh, I got this monkeypox," and put a monkey next to it, making fun of all people. Okay, all right. So the outbreak, and to make people think the outbreak is happening to us, just like they did when the CV got here. Oh, this thing is killing African American diabetes and high blood pressure. Now look at you. Keep playing this thing. Keep playing this. I don't talk about these things, but the reason why this happening because of Genesis 15 verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Yea, indeed, we fulfill this prophecy. Is that thing even recording right now? I don't want to do another video and then it's not recording. Yes, it is. 400 years, we serve all 400 years. From 1619, 2019, the prophecy is fulfilled. That is why after 2019, 2020, baby, this thing get in here, it never came out. It got in, it entered the place, it never got out, it never exit the place. It's still there. In fact, there are more and more plagues are coming, all right? That is why the Most High is steering us towards the herbs, the plants, the trees, the leaves, the roots, the natural stuff. That is why you do not see baby formula in those stores, because the Mighty One is indeed bringing the natural breast milk upon our children, because we really don't need this. Okay. Oh, hey guys, hey Gaylord. Let's see. Let's put that video right here. Damn it. Oh, you know what? No, I don't need. Oops. I don't need to do this. Let me just do that, and then we'll watch it. There is while I'm looking for this, I'm gonna talk about what's happening now. If you go, oops, we're gonna get rid of this. All right.
Yeah.
So now, if you go to the community posts, okay, we have many community posts. People keep seeing faces. That's a face in there with two eyes. It looked like an owl. That's the animal of wisdom, a sister. Another face in a rock. Okay, we keep seeing faces. The face is turning towards us. All right, and a couple months ago, I would say couple weeks ago, the beloved brother sent me a very long time ago. This dude right here. This guy is a master druid. This guy, he's like, this is from the beloved brother Abdullah Seer. This is one of the high priests, like the last high priest. Okay, you see, this is a dolmen, what they're calling a menhir. And then look at this. This is a mud fossil right here, for those of you who are familiar with this term. Look at the eye right here. That's a face again. Look at the nose, the mouth. It looked like a head of a leviathan, because it was a leviathan, or the head of a dragon or a dinosaur. Okay, that's what they called them. Okay, those things were in Haiti and they are still there. This is in Haiti. Okay, we do have those things, aka leviathans there. The people are well aware of that. This is the head of a mud fossil. Most likely this animal was killed by one of our ancestors that cut off their head and then put it there. Okay, this dude right here is a master. you really don't want to go there. So, and again, and right here, and this thing, and this piece of turkey, the brother show us, a lot of people will give me crap. Oh, the turkey, this fish tell you don't eat the meat and stuff like that. That's not what that is. You can clearly see a face here. For the peculiar and strange people, you can see it. And another face again. We keep seeing faces and faces. Faces left, faces right, faces north, faces south. Okay, a lot of people are like, hey, why do we have so much pineapple and stuff like that? You might want to go. This is the first pineapple things that we post a month ago. Can't be eaten, can't be touched, just doing my job, save the pineapple. Okay, all praises to the Most High. So we had a lot of things. Okay, that's how you see how people are going down stuff at home, and then it will flourish. People are seeing light in the Zohar. Okay, light is coming out of this stuff. So this is when our people used to rule Ukraine and being black and all that, and then this dude over there and all that stuff. The thing that happened in New York, the plume in the sky, the beloved sister. Okay, all right, you see this? You see the light? You can literally see the spirit, the angel spread the wings right there. Okay, the beloved sisters were celebrating Passover. Okay, and then boom, when they light it up, and then it was the angel appear right there. Okay, we are not making those things up. I just want. Oops, I'm gonna have to go all the way. Let me do this and then I'll just stop. All right, there you go. Another face again on the sky. Okay, a month ago, another sister took up a picture. There's a face and nose and all that, all this thing. Okay, people are finding the plume and all that. This brother was doing his job out there in the yard, and then boom, and his hair, the plume just right there. And we are not making those things up, man. Okay, this is real. We don't do things for shocking here for subscribers and stuff. Giant V for victory. The history of the Arab, the Ishmaelite took on our people and stuff like that. And that's when I was down there, in the I was in my mission, okay? A giant angel with the wing, a giant eagle, brother over there in Kenya sent us this. We got people, our sister over there in the UK finished the $5 challenge, okay? Brothers over there. That was during the new year we were having brother over there in Kenya, giant angel Michael, and all those things. Sister was in an accident, okay? She survived. Nothing happened to her, when we told the people, we were going to study alchemy. That was 2 months ago. Now what we are doing, we're studying alchemy because the Most High is moving us. Everything we are doing right now is alchemy, okay? All right. There you go. Perry Stone, swagger jacking, always in the mist. Pentacle, portals. We have all those things. The queen, the queen is someplace right now. She's doing very, very well. Perry Stone again, always in the mist, swagger jacking our motto, hold the line. He always there. Perry Stone is always there, okay? All right. The sister, when I was talking, and then the sister caught in her photo, she caught the same thing that I drew on when I was in college. And I didn't know. I know what that means now. I know why I was doing this, okay? You see this little thing right here? This little thing? I know what I was doing that, okay? All those things were sacred geometry. I didn't know I was doing them. But our sisters were having dreams. Things happening over there. Esau, political Esau's, Perry Stone always there in the mist. Pastor Pork Chop in the mist. One egg has 3 yolks in it. Biden administration for 400 days, 402 days after 400 days Biden in the office, Russia attacks Ukraine, so to speak. Dr. Voodoo, okay, those people were swagger jacking. Ever since we got in magic, they get into magic too. Total praise. The lamp, that's the Latin Bible, the Bible in Latin, okay. All right, I believe that's Brother Abdullah C. Pluto has returned, all those things. All right. One of our sister, sacred geometry right there. All right. They were swagger jacking our 40-day fast. All those things are here, brethren, okay? All right. This plant, believe it or not, okay, you can use the leaf to turn water into wine. If you take the leaf of this plant, you boil it, it will turn red. You put a little warm in there, a little sugar, wine. I was experimenting with this the other day. I succeeded. I'm like, wow, I really made wine. I turned water into wine. All praises. Well, not like, through alchemy, It's magic, okay? We receive 40-day fast. So black lighting, all those things. Oh, I have to post this thing again. I just remember. Scumbag come against our loin because we say the lots and the angels use magic. They cast spell. People that their brain are limited to the camp, they don't understand what we're saying. Okay? All right. So that's when the master druid was doing this with the chair. The chair was telling the truth. The Most High dark side. Okay? All right. A brother saw this in his dream. He was fighting those things, cutting them down, okay? All right? The Holy Spirit. All those things, brothers, okay, they happen. Now, this is what I want to show the people. Now, That was 4 months ago. All right. That was in January or December, I believe. His Majesty is not playing. Staffing issues forced temporary shutdown at Florida Hospital. This is a prelude to back to our traditions. In the near future, we will need you midwives and our natural healers. They shut down the maternity wards. Now, they run out of baby formula. Now there's that monkeypox. Now all people are getting heavily into herbs, plants the proper way. Not a bunch of charlatans that repeating after Gentiles. Oh, this is good for this. Turmeric is good for that. And then they never work. Now people are dead serious and they are learning. Why do you think this thing has over 1K? Big Judah did share it. That's when we were studying our angels and stuff. We were calling the great. When we remember the great evolution fast is today from sun up to sundown. Give glory and great thanks, and the Most High evolve us. We are not at the same place that we were 4 months ago. Okay, the reason why you see there is a shortage of baby formula because the Most High want our people to give the baby the natural breast milk. Sister Kayla shared something with me how to make natural milk or natural things instead of the baby formula for the babies. It's just I have this thing and now I say I'm gonna post it. I never did. Forgive me, sister. So now you're seeing this 4 months ago, and then quickly later, 4 months later, we run out of baby formula and all that, shootings. All those things happen, brethren, because of Genesis 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abram, no, we already read that. But the 400 years is over. The Most High is indeed in the midst. And all those things are happening. It's not slowing down. You see the drought. You see the wildfires. You see the tornadoes. You see the floods over there in Canada. The flooding in Canada is unbearable. You see the swords, you see the plagues. The beloved sister Maria calls, she said the boiling in the skin is coming. The hospital will be closed. That is why the Most High is showing us how to cure those things through herbs and natural magic. Because when those people get overwhelmed with the plague, they're gonna have to come to us. They're going to have to come and get the healing to us. Some of you will heal them. Some of you will refuse. This will depend on you. The Most High won't have anything against you. They will come to us. They will beg. When they cannot find medication for the high blood pressure. That's why what we are having here, it's exclusively for the nation. We got our own Tiger Bull. It's for a reason. We got the tobacco. It's for a reason. We got the deer antlers. It's for a reason. We got the ananas, the avocado. It's for a reason. You are learning because once we done learning enough and then the plague is amplifying, the traditional medicine won't work and they will try to copy us and use natural remedy. It won't work for them either. Because the plant doesn't obey them, it obey us. Some of you, the plant doesn't obey you too. You have blockage. If you're trying everything that we are trying, you are having no success, you have a blockage. You need to remove it. A lot of you, those things are working because you did the ivory soap bath. That was a very powerful thing, brothers and sisters. I would suggest if you're having bad luck in your life, do what they call a spiritual bath, aka a bang. You have to remove whatever demons, whatever bad luck. Do you know bad luck is actually a spirit? The name of this spirit is called Giyon. It's Giyon, which is Haitian Creole. Giyon, which is called Jock. That's the name of it. They call it Jock or Giyon. You have it. When you can never keep a job, you can never keep a wife, you can never keep a husband, you can never keep a boyfriend, a girlfriend, you cannot be in a relationship. All your life is hell. You always broke. Everything never worked for you, but it worked for everybody else. You, sir, you, madam, have a Giyon. A lot of people that did the ivory soap, things start to get a little better for them. They are seeing results. Doors are opening. And every year, just like you clean, you take bath, every year you do a spiritual bath to remove those negative energy on you because you spent a whole year, brother,
acquiring negative energy. You need to get them out of your body. So in 1619, 2019, the 400 years is over. All those hospitals, all those things will close, and those people will have nowhere to run. They will come to us. And let me tell you this. Every single things that we have here, they were touched by high priest, high priestess, and those people know what they are doing. You see, we do not get our information from Gentiles anymore. We cut them off. We do not get their backwarded information. They don't know anything. So now the Most High you see how the Most High took the so-called the religious trumpet from them. He gave it to us. Now he's taking the medical trumpet, the scientific trumpet, and he's giving it to us. Now we are messing with high hish now, man. Just like, well, you already see in the movie, well, not movie, and the TV show. TV show. The Man Who Fell from Earth, episode 4.
Here is some information about Under Pressure. Secrets emerge when Faraday, Justin and Hatch get thrust into the world of big tech. Hatch and his sister reconnect after years of estrangement. The CIA tightens its grip as Faraday comes face to face with a consequence of becoming...
Anyway, so I believe episode 4, episode 5, the sister say within 5 minutes of this show, they are talking about the anana. They are talking about the pineapple. Okay, they had to redo. They are talking about the pineapple. Okay, they are talking about the anana. This show, it's quite hard for me to get because it's in Cinemax. Is that what that is? Or it's somewhere. Showtime. It's in Showtime. It's in Hulu Premium, YouTube Premium, Fubo TV. It's not in one of those regular things. One of the 2/3 in the house. I believe episode 5 or episode 4. Yeah, I believe it's episode 4. The sister said within 5 minutes, so I get jacking. Okay, a lot of the TV show. You see that TV show? I believe is Love and Robot, Netflix. I believe. Okay, this TV show on Netflix, they swagger jack. This new one. They took all the stories we used to talk 2 years ago. If you watch it, it's in there. It's in there. They stole a lot of our stuff in there. Those people think this is a joke. The story, things that are unique unto us, they are stealing them and putting in their shows. All right? Okay, then. So that's what that is. Now, let's keep on moving. That's why, you're seeing all those things are happening. Okay, the shootings, the stuff.
Amanda Kent is being charged with second-degree murder just 13 days after being released from prison for another offense. Court documents say that Philip Frazier had trouble adjusting to life out of custody, beat his roommate to death over the noises he made opening candy wrappers. Documents also say that Frazier said he knew this would happen and that he was going to go back to prison for the rest of his life.
All right, he just murdered a guy because he was opening candy wrapper. He murdered a guy, man. Losing their mind. All praises. Keep on moving. All right. This is wildfire in Taylor County, Texas. All right. The wildfires are non-stop. Texas, New Mexico, California. It's 24/7 all year round. And they don't report things like that. Except for Fox Weather. Remember when Fox Weather was at 5,000 subscribers? Ever since the tornado happened in, I believe, oops.
Confirmed tornado that was.
They got more and more people now, okay? The weather is becoming more and more and more. Scarier and scarier. The drought, crazy. Let's keep on moving. Oops.
Well, this hot and dry weather across Texas really has helped fuel several big wildfires.
The state has raised the preparedness level to the highest to make resources available on short notice. Among the biggest fires burning right now, the coconut fire. It's in Wilbarger County.
Coconut fire. Then we talk about the coconut.
the avocado, the ananas, the pomegranate. Yeah. Hydrated the holy temple with the Holy Spirit. The coconut fire, and it's a little bit blurry. Let's see. Don't
Well, this hot and dry weather across Texas really has helped fuel several big wildfires.
The state has raised the preparedness level to the highest to make resources available on short notice. Among the biggest fires burning right now, the coconut fire. It's in Wilbarger County, west of Wichita Falls. The Dry Branch fire in Hamilton County, west of Waco, and the Mesquite Heat fire near Abilene. Coconut fires burned 26,000 acres. The McKinney Fire Department posted video as some of its people are there to help. Planes also being called in. At last word, that fire is about 45% contained. In Hamilton County, the Dry Branch fires burned about 4,000 acres. Aircraft also being used there. Firefighters from Austin drove more than 100 miles north to help out. This morning, that one's about 85% contained. And the state's sending help to firefighters battling the biggest of the fires near Abilene. 150 more people, along with 45 pieces of equipment, were sent there. The Texas A&M Forest Service says the fire's 25% contained, but high heat, low humidity, and gusty winds are making it difficult. That fire has scorched nearly 10,000 acres and has destroyed dozens of homes.
Okay, I like when they say a fire that burned, like a fire that is bigger than the state. The fire of New Mexico was the largest in its history. How many homes that burned? Like 12, a dozen. Okay, a dozen. Let me see. New Mexico wildfire. Let's speak the latest. 9 days ago. Let's see. All right, let me see if I can get the latest. Okay. There's those GMS fellow are getting into wildfire now. Okay. The biggest wildfire in New Mexico history. So I hope he doesn't say anything about CERN or ARP is doing this. I see the camps are getting serious now. All right, let me see what he's saying. Okay, they have one. All of those guys got one formula. Everything on their phone. They just have one formula. Okay, so anyway, so they are now talking about the wildfires, brothers. Okay, those GMS, WW3, repent or perish. Okay, so all right, it's good. It's good. I put a like on it. It's good to see the brethren are talking about things that matter now. Okay, no more on that celebrity garbage. You have to tell the people like the Most High have his hand in there. The so-called and it seems like this dude is taking his age seriously. Put WW3 in there. Because the whole Jacob's trouble, those guys, hey, they got deceived because they're still waiting on Jacob's trouble and they're still waiting on the RFID chip. They're still waiting on the mark of the beast, of course. They're still waiting on the Donald Trump to come back and do this thing anyway. Anyway, again, brothers, I'm not saying anything against the camp. I never had anything bad to say about them. Like I say, don't come against their loin. There's a reason why I say this, brothers. If you see anybody's teaching the wrong stuff or that person says something you do not agree, leave them. There's a reason why the Most High tell them to do those things, because he is calling you, not certain people. Okay? Okay. Let me see. Fires, New Mexico. Okay. All right. Evacuation, those people are leaving their places. Okay, they are leaving their places in New Mexico. Okay, New Mexico State Research, Save Trees, seedling from wildfires. Blue Cross Shield in New Mexico donates wildfire relief. Let's watch this. Let's see.
Welcome back one final time to our Line Opinion panelists. With the largest fire in New Mexico history burning right now, The state is taking new precautions to help prevent future fires. Starting Thursday morning yesterday, the U.S. Forest Service instituted Stage 3 fire restrictions. That means all lands, roads, and trails within the Mount Taylor, Mountain Air, and Sandia Ranger districts in the Cibola National Forest are now closed, along with the entire 1.6 million acre Santa Fe National Forest.
1.6 million acres closed. So you mean to tell me this fire is so big, it's so huge, it's so threatening, only probably a dozen houses that burned down and nobody died, and it's not that damaging. It's not that important that we don't focus on this 24/7, but yet we are focusing on you people. What about Buffalo? What about this thing? But you people, this thing is really, what's going on here?
Merritt, it seems sort of inevitable, but does it send an important message, if nothing else?
Absolutely, and it had to be done. And of course, it's ironic. I was struck by, of course, there was a Washington Post article yesterday about
use makeup much, but anyway,
the fires. And what struck me is in that article, unconfirmed reports that the Hermit's Canyon, or the large fire, was caused by a prescribed burn. I'm like, where have you been, Washington Post? Everyone's saying this. The governor is saying this. This is why we have a state of emergency declared before it's even over.
You know what they're trying to say? The same people, brothers, the so-called firefighters, they were doing a controlled burn that got out of control. And you know why? They are noticing like the fires are somewhat intelligent. Of course, we told you people, fires is alive. Out of all the four elements, fire is probably the one that is the most alive. The one that you can see dance all over. Fire is always dancing. You know, the fire is the one that you have to create. You have to use combination, alchemy, strike a match or strike something to create the fire. What you're watching in your TV, it's light, it's fire. It's magic. You might as well don't cook anything or don't get out of during the day when the ray of the sun is hitting your body. But anyway, those people are confused. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. All right. So that's what it is, man. This thing is all over, which is, of course, plague number 2, fire reconfiguration of the cities. It's only going to get worse, brethren, okay? It's going to be all over, all right? It's not going to be on the west only. It's going to be all over the states and all over the world. Of course, it is all over the world, but it is going to get worse and worse and worse. Let us keep on moving.
Right now, evacuation orders are in place for people close to a wildfire in Montrose County. It's currently burning about 15 miles southwest of Montrose. Montrose County Sheriff's Office says those living between Sims Mesa Road, Government Springs Road, and Wildcat Canyon have to evacuate immediately. The Sims fire burned 370 acres so far.
Okay, 300.
The video shocked the
370 acres. You know what to do. Yeah, 370 acres. 3 plus 7, 7 plus 0. You know who's in the Mesa.
nation. A lovely beachfront home washed away during a storm until it's smashed to smithereens by the pounding waves. Now someone's cherished home is just driftwood. So how does it feel to watch something like this on TV when it's your house?
I'm in shock at this point.
Ralph Petrocelli's $500,000 home on the breathtaking Outer Banks of North Carolina was destroyed during the same storm.
I don't have anything left except a vacant lot.
Petrocelli, who lives in California, planned to spend his retirement at the Outer Banks house. He only bought the place in August.
When was the last time you stayed in your...
So, $500,000 gun. I don't know why this guy built right in the sea. Sahel taking care of it. You see those elites, those rich folks are losing their home by natural disaster. But yeah, it's the angels. All praises. Inside Edition got so much stuff happening. You know, they didn't used to do those things, brothers. Okay, we told you Inside Edition, they're watching us. Everything that we bring, they try to bring it too. All right? So let me see what they have now. boy, they really don't have that good stuff. It's just like piggy things. Well, let's listen to that though. You know, we're just going to play it. We have no comment, okay? What else? I think I have this one somewhere. There we go. Before, let's go to this one right here. Okay. Whoops. There we go. That one. Let's go to this one.
Information leading to finding Alexis Gabe.
We're really hoping, you know, the amount of $60,000 would be enough for someone to come forward and tell us where Alexis is.
24-year-old Alexis Gabe has been missing from her Northern California home since January. Her parents Gwen and Rowena are desperate to bring their only daughter home.
It's really hard because it's really scary because one day you wake up, one of your family is missing.
There have been leads in Alexis's disappearance. Her car was located the day after she went missing.
The keys were still in the ignition, the door was unlocked. And first thing we did when we got there, I told my son, open the trunk. It was a scary thing, but we had to do it, and there was nothing there.
In February, a volunteer search uncovered Alexis's cell phone case, and recently, authorities have conducted searches of a private home.
In our heart, she's still alive, but you know, we have to also be prepared for what's going to happen, what we will discover in the next days or weeks or months.
Now, why I bring this? Her name is Virgin. Her name is Alexis Gabe. This young woman name is Michael Gabriel. It's you can't make this up. Her name is Alexis, Alex, and Gabriel. I'm not making this up. Okay, just like have you seen this? A lot of women with the name Gabby keep missing, like that. The whole fiasco about that Van Life woman. Her name was Gabby or Gaby. You know, or Gabe, they keep getting missing. Their boyfriend or something, they need to check her boyfriend. She had one. They need to check this dude, man. Make sure like that dude is correct, you know. But anyway, man, I'm just trying to let you see, you know, Gabe and Gabriel, and then she's like next to this Christmas tree and all like that, you know. Those are the Christian, man, and you guys are catching hell. That's what it is. All right. So Inside Edition got a lot of stuff, and mostly it's garbage, you know, mostly celebrity garbage, but yeah, you know, we'll get onto the ley line. Okay, we'll get into there. Let's keep on moving.
Cases of monkeypox, a relatively rare virus, have been confirmed in Europe, Australia, and North America. A man in Massachusetts who recently traveled to Canada has a confirmed case.
We are in the process, as you can imagine, of working with public health authorities on contact tracing.
Madrid, Spain's health minister, Enrique Ruiz Escudero, says there are 7 confirmed monkeypox patients in the region, with 22 more suspected. 3 people have been hospitalized with the disease in Italy. Some health officials say there is no reason to panic.
This is not going to spread and get into the general population and cause an epidemic like coronavirus has.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says
to spread and get into the general population and cause an epidemic like coronavirus has.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says initial symptoms of monkeypox include fever, malaise, headache, weakness, swollen lymph nodes, and a distinctive rash.
That what the other thing did? anyway. So.
Because monkeypox virus is closely related to the virus that causes smallpox, the smallpox vaccine can protect people from getting monkeypox.
Of course, they have to promote certain things.
According to the CDC. This is Inside Edition Digital.
Put black kids in there, like the same way that you guys did. Like, oh, hey, this thing that got out in 2020 is affecting black folks. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, man, I think that's the book of Enoch. All right. There you go. This is a wildfire in Texas, okay? All right, they pumped evacuation, okay? All right, this wildfire forces people to evacuate, okay? It's everywhere, okay? People running to... Okay? And those people have to flee, man. They have to flee because if they stay... You know, this is your technology, all right? Airplane with like fire retardant, okay? You cannot alter your mouth and tell the fire to stop. You cannot use your little technology to, I don't know, tell the fire to go away. Now, people are, Big River, you have to understand, it's DEW, direct energy weapon. Yeah. Direct energy weapon like the government created instead of using on our people, on us, but they are using on their people. Okay, this thing is real, man. This is not staged. Okay,
going forward with this, we're going to be on this for a while, unfortunately. And so, you know, main thing is just we're going to try and pace ourselves and get through this best we can. The number one priority, again, is going to be making sure we don't lose a life on this fire.
Oops, all right. There you go, man. All right, there you go. Oh, well, since we are here, let's
Desperate
just
to leave, but no easy way out. Navy desertions more than doubling in just 2 years. There were 157 new deserters last year. That compares to 98 in 2020 and 63 in 2019. This is all according to U.S. Navy data. That increase raising concerns about suicide and a mental health crisis in the military.
That's not what that is, man. Okay, Navy desertions increase amid growing concern over and mental health. Okay, those guys are killing themselves and they are fleeing because it's things are getting real to them, man. They are meditating, so to speak.
NBC News digital reporter Melissa Chan joining me now. Melissa, there are nearly 345,000 active duty members in the Navy. Many of them signed contracts. I understand you talk with military law experts. What did they say about sailors trying to get out of those agreements?
Allison, they say these sailors feel trapped. These contracts are nearly unbreakable and can require up to 6 years of active duty. If things don't work out, you can't just put in your 2 weeks notice and quit. So it has left many struggling sailors feeling like they only have extreme alternatives, which is to die by suicide or flee.
Of course, no. Number 55 here. I mean, yeah, at least now we know what's going on over there.
There were 5 suicides on the USS George Washington alone within the last year. You spoke with one sailor on the ship who was on life support for 8 days after attempting suicide. Would you share her story with us?
Okay, so those things are scripted. They have to. We're gonna stuff, and then we're gonna say this answer and stuff. But anyway, let's keep on moving, man. We know this thing is too much for them. A lot of things going on out there. Going on, man. Those enemies.
We are following some breaking news for you tonight. Firefighters battling a fire northwest of the Pagosa Springs Airport. People in the Lost Valley of the San Juans neighborhood are being told they need to get out. This fire has grown to about 70 acres since 1 o'clock this afternoon. It is called the Plum Tall Fire. 5 large air tankers are working on this one.
Oh. You might want to write those 2 words down and a little bit. Oops. You might want to write those 2 words down. All right. Write them down. I want to pause this and write those down and watch this video. There's a reason why you saw this. Oh, that little kid is here. Okay, let me see what is this? What's going on here? Ah, that's the fire cloud over there in New Mexico. 250,000 acre. All right. And then those people are saying like, oh, it's only burning like a dozen of homes. Like, you know, what's going on out there? What's going on out there? Let me go check this beeping, man. What's going on out there? All right, then. I'm quite sure what's going on out there. The washing machine, the heat and everything, stuff. So, that's what's going on, man. This is northern Mexico, man. This thing is real, and it's all over. All right? Biggest wildfire over there. This thing is all over, man. You know, and then they are not bringing this in the news, all right?
After multiple evacuation orders triggered by the Calf Canyon fire, David Hager finally made it back home to examine the losses he suffered in his North New Mexico property. His workplace and tools as a carpenter, his water well, and an antique motorcycle have all been destroyed.
It's been really tough.
Okay.
We just got back yesterday.
This dude name is David Jackson. Of course, David, the house of David, protected by Daniel 12:1. And of course, you know, he's a carpenter, aka woodworker, a woodworking fellow. And you know who was a woodworker carpenter in the Bible, so to speak. And I mean, this is like, you can't make this up. You're gonna hear this anyway.
Yesterday, and we're worried we might have to leave again. We've already been displaced twice. We're the only house standing here for a ways in both directions on this side of the road.
Everything else in the area has been swallowed by a monstrous wildfire that has rapidly turned into one of the largest wildfires in the history of New Mexico.
Okay, and then they want to tell you, oh, more than a dozen houses have been burned. More than a dozen? This thing is just, you see how, of course, people always say like, but Big Levi, you don't understand. Why is it that they leave the trees alone and then they burn the house? Because the fire is intelligent and it's targeting them. It's supposed to. It's supposed to. It's supposed to do that. It's supposed to do this. It's supposed to burn down their whole houses and then leave the trees alone.
Some areas that have been inhabited for generations now appear unrestorable. Thousands of people have been evacuated from these rural communities.
Thousands of people have been evacuated from dozens of homes. Is that what that is? Okay, let's say let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say dozens. Okay, 24 homes. Okay, 1,000 divided by 24.
1,000 divided by 24 is approximately 41.67.
So you got 41 people living per house. Okay, let's say thousands, okay? 2,000 divided by 24.
2,000 divided by 24 is approximately 83.33.
So you got 83 people per house. Those are the dozen. A bunch of those people houses are burned down. And this is the proof. And then you know those like those little news section like CGT and America, 11,000 stuff over there. Let's see what's going on here.
And now coming back, many of them realize they haven't only lost a home, but also their water wells, their trees and plants.
Their
so
blessings.
it is a great uncertainty for many of these people, not knowing when or if at all they'll ever be able to come back to live here. But it's not just the local residents who were astounded by the ferocity of the fires. Senior fire officials say the current climate conditions are new to them.
that's been a huge challenge for us, and I've been doing this for
another Dave,
just around 3.5 decades, and I have
never
not seen that many red flag events in a row.
They can't, because everything is switching, and they want to say, oh, well, this is climate change. So no, that's not what that is, because this is plague number 2 right here. Okay, we are not making this up, but oops, it's plague number 2 right now. Plague number 2, fiery conflagration of the city. This is one of the plagues. And of course, the chicken, almost a chicken pox, but the monkeypox is also plague number 8, pestilence. It's a pestilence that's come up upon the people. And hunger, you know, the food shortages, and then the baby formula shortage, hunger. Okay, those little babies are hungry. So, you know, which is plague number 8. Hunger will change the destruction, of course, which is number 4, famine. Okay, famine of the world, the Gentiles' world. Okay, destruction by pestilence among the cattle. Okay.
Specifically, this last event we just went through was up to 5 days straight of a red flag, you know, day and night. Low RHs, low relative humidities, high winds.
In an exclusive interview with CGTN, New Mexico's state climatologist said he was surprised by the scale and intensity of the current fires.
We knew that the temperatures are going to be above average. It's going to be dry.
Another Dave.
And the forests are already stressed.
Wait a minute. That's Dave Dubois right there. So what? Dave of the Wood. What is it with the word wood now? Dubois or Dubois? Well, of course, Dubois is French for wood. And you got the first fellow over there. Let me see where we at right here. 150. Is that a message? This dude is a carpenter, a woodworker. Okay, his name is David. Okay, he's a carpenter, wood. Okay, this guy, his name is David Jackson. Wait, what's the name of the reporter? Okay.
We just got back yesterday, and
this dude, his name is David Jackson. And see the other guy. The other fellow. This dude name is Dave Bells, another David. Okay. What does Bells mean? What does the name Bells mean? No, not this Bells.
Beautiful.
No.
According to baby names, the name Belle is primarily a gender-neutral name of English. Beautiful. According to Ancestry, French, from Belle meaning beautiful. According to Think Baby Names, Bale, as a name for boys, is of Old English origin, and the name Bale means valley. Bale is an alternate form of Vale, Old English place name.
Is it Bells, or what does the name BALES mean?
According to Think Baby Names, as a name for boys is of Old English origin, and the name Bale means. These pictures should match.
A river, and that's split. That's a valley, the valley of death. Psalm 23. Is that what that is? Not quite sure. Okay, so another Dave. Okay, we have David, Dave, and then this dude.
Temperatures are going to be above average. It's going to be dry.
Named Dave Dubois or Dubois. Okay. What does the name Dubois mean? Not Deborah.
B. According to dictionary.com, a female given name from someone who lived in a wood. According to Ancestry.com, French and English, Norman and Huguenot topographic name for someone who lived in a wood, from the fused preposition indefinite article du, from the plus French bois, wood, see bois.
Okay, now is it something in the wood? Dave Dubois, the carpenter, Dave, and another Dave. You got 3 Daves in New Mexico. Something related to the wood. I can't put my finger on this yet, but it's not good for you Gentiles out there. Anyway.
Dry, and the forests are already stressed. But You never know what nature is going to throw at you when you're dealing with multiplying effects of climate change as well as these droughts.
Containing the Calf Canyon fire could take more than a month, and in the meantime, David and his wife Sherry are anxiously waiting to see if their home will survive the fires that are right at their doorstep. It is Tianshan CGTN, Rosiada, New Mexico.
All praises to the Most High, man. A lot of Dave Woods with Wood thing going on. I'm quite sure, but anyway.
This bird is on the mend. The animal and many others in India have been affected by the heat wave plaguing the nation. Summers in India are hot and dry, and temps can get well over 100. According to AccuWeather, this April was the hottest India has ever seen. So far in May, every day except one has exceeded 100 degrees. It's been hard on humans and animals alike. Over a dozen people have died.
Over a dozen have died because of the heat
Since March. The birds are exhausted and dehydrated, causing them to fall out of the sky in trees. Veterinary doctors and animal rescuers say the hot temps are also causing the birds' water source to dry out. So far, vets have treated thousands of birds in the past few weeks, not only for dehydration, but also for fractures and internal trauma. Vets ask that anyone who can offer water to birds they see to keep them cool and safe.
So that's what's going on, man. The heat is so strong over there. The birds are falling from the sky. Crazy. What's going on here?
Just after 11 o'clock last night, police responded to this. 17 people shot near water in Juneau.
This is the experience I will never forget. Ever.
Ali, yeah.
Traumatizing.
Police say they arrested 10 people and recovered 10 guns. Everyone shot, police say, is expected to survive.
District 1 officers reported hearing bullets whizzing past their heads as they were there.
The shooting happened even though a lot of police were in the area. They'd responded to a separate triple shooting right as the Bucks game ended and a single shooting later. In all, 21 people were shot within 2 hours.
And what does that say about respect for law enforcement?
I think it goes further than respect for law enforcement. I think it goes toward respect to human life.
Police are investigating.
That's what they say when they were reporting for our people. They have no respect for law enforcement. Yeah, that happened like in the same day when one of you walk in a supermarket and start shooting people for no reason. You know, the sword is in the midst, brothers. Okay, of course, 2/3 always there. You know, this is plague number 9, execution by the sword. Let's keep on moving.
Here in downtown Los Angeles, a deadly shooting took place just outside of a hotspot called Grand Central Market. The place was packed at the time. This happened in broad daylight, and at last word, the shooter was still on the run. Chaos and confusion marred a sunny afternoon in downtown Los Angeles.
Okay, so you know that dude. I don't want to laugh at this, but you know, watch this. That dude is. That dude is making sure that the drink is not spilling. That dude's making the drink is not spilling, man. He out. Okay, this dude wearing a shirt number 34. We know what that is, but that guy making sure this thing is not.
A sunny afternoon in downtown Los Angeles as people ran for cover amid gunshots near a popular spot called Grand Central Market.
Where did he get shot? Do we know?
The food court was packed at the time with families, children, couples, all desperate for a quick and safe escape.
Okay, they won't report this thing in the news. Like, you know, the so-called Hebrews online won't talk about this because I don't know. This is not newsworthy of talking.
Nancy Tom was working at the market.
Wave of people, like it was a lot of people just coming downstairs and looking for places to hide. So all the vendors started running and we were hiding in the closets, and some of the vendors' stuff fell on the floor and we didn't know what to do. And everybody was just saying, there's a shooter, there's a shooter. I have my 2 kids and my daughter was crying. We were hiding inside a closet.
Police converged on the scene quickly and formed a perimeter. The search with canine teams led to a parking structure. Other footage from the scene shows a man on his back on the sidewalk, gasping for breath, bleeding, and clutching a knife in his left hand. An officer and a bystander then begin to compress the man's bleeding gunshot wounds.
Officers responded to a shooting. They found a male Hispanic who was suffering from gunshot wounds. He was transported to a local hospital, and later he died from his injuries.
Circumstances are unclear, the motive is unclear, and the hunt for the shooter continues. Authorities are looking for surveillance footage and witnesses. Grand Central Market released a statement, quote, "Our market tenants and guests are all safe. While the incident did not take place within Grand Central Market, we will be tightening security and proactively working with proper authorities to further assess the situation. We are devastated to have something occur so close to our door."
Okay. This thing is everywhere, man. To give the mighty one great praise, great glory. That's how long I am into these things. Let me see. Oof. All right then. Okay. This is good. Let's keep moving to the next video.
Still developing tonight, a deadly shooting at a popular North Harris County flea market. 2 people killed, 3 others injured, according to the Harris County Sheriff's Office. This happened just after 1 o'clock on Airline near West Gulf Bank. Our Rochelle Turner there with the very latest.
Sion, things are back normal on Airline Drive, but earlier today, this busy road was part of a homicide investigation. Today, we spoke to one of the victim's family members who said the violence needs to stop.
It's very sad. It's like you don't believe it.
Yoraldi Romero at a loss for words after losing her brother Guan.
He turned 29. All of our brothers, we all like 3 years apart.
Guan is one of 2 victims who was shot and killed at the Tia Pancha Flea Market on Airline Drive Sunday afternoon. Over 30 evidence markers covered the parking lot. Yoraldi ran to the scene and tried to save her brother's life.
And I see him on the floor. He was next to my other cousin who was bleeding as well. And me and my other brother were giving my older brother CPR.
Thousands of people were shopping, eating, and drinking when gunshots rang out.
There was an altercation between 5 Hispanic males. The 5 Hispanic males got into a fight, which ended up them drawing guns.
Yoraldi says her brother was full of life and has questions about his death.
I just want justice for my brother. I just want justice.
Okay, again, we're not making this up, man. Plague number 9, the execution by the sword, it's all over. It's in the midst, and you know there's nothing you can do about this. You know, it's here.
To my brother, whoever was involved, or just have justice for them, and nobody deserves to take another person's life. So it's just very unfortunate the way it happened.
Investigators spent countless hours talking to witnesses and looking for surveillance footage at this hour. The suspects, those 3 suspects, are at the hospital in critical condition. That's the very latest. Reporting live in North Harris County, I'm Rochelle Turner, KPRC 2 News.
Yeah. Let's keep on moving, man.
Through extremely quickly and was over in just about 10 seconds, leaving behind a trail of devastation in its wake.
Have you ever experienced a storm like this before? Never, and I've lived here 46 years.
Mary Ann's. How long she been living in there? How long she been living in Alexandria? Now I want you to type in the chart or the comment board if you wish. How long she been living in there, and what does that mean? And this name also, Alexandria, 46 years. You can't make this up.
Slusher has never experienced anything like what she did on Thursday night. Right around 7:30, the sirens went off. She didn't have time to get to the basement before the storm was there, knocking over a giant tree that tore apart her garage.
Broken window in the back. Yeah, I still got things that were in my yard I can't find. I lost 17 pine trees. And the big tree here in the front yard is the only one that fell on the house.
Her neighborhood on the shores of Lake Darling was hit especially hard. The wind ripped the roof and walls off of this home, leaving the kitchen completely exposed, but amazingly, food still on the shelves. The storm brought strong winds and heavy rain to the area, leaving thousands without power. Emergency crews tell Fox 9 damage is widespread throughout Douglas County, but is mostly contained to private property, with reports of destroyed homes, fallen trees, and downed power lines.
Private property. The Bosa is literally sweeping those people off the land. And then again, people will say, oh, well, you know, they can always rebuild and things like that. No, they won't. No, they can't. And no, they don't. Because what's going on here is a holy eviction. You are being evicted from our land worldwide.
When I went by the window, I saw it coming and it bounced off this tree.
It was pure luck Cindy Yell's shed didn't blow through her home.
As I was going by the patio door, it bursted inside, glass all over. All the windows on this side are out. Had rough damage. It was very scary.
As the storm hit, all of her back windows shattered, leaving her with glass in her feet, a big mess to clean up, but a thankful heart.
It could always be worse. And everybody in our neighborhood that we love, they're fine, and that's good.
Now, the National Weather Service is in Douglas County today. They will be looking at areas damaged by strong winds or possible tornadoes, and they will make the determination if a tornado did occur here last night. Reporting in Alexandria.
I like when they say this. If a tornado did pass here, I mean, he could be fake. He could be some fat guy, you know, just aiming his butt at the neighborhood and push really hard and did these things. We have to confirm. We have to confirm if a tornado passed there, because you know why? Their little devices cannot track those tornadoes down anymore. In fact, they don't even know if they are tornadoes. In fact, when they see those things happen, that's not what that is. That's not what it is. When they read the signatures and the devices, it gave them something different. They have to figure out, was this a tornado? Or was Big Levi in the neighborhood eating pinto beans? What is this? What was that? Is that what that is? Is there a certain bottom trumpet competition? Was there's a contest in there? We're involving a bunch of fat guys. What happened here? You know, what's going on here? Yeah, whatever, man. Anyway, so let's moving to the next video.
Over yesterday, a Cessna losing power in midair, flying right between cars and traffic before hitting an SUV head-on. A mother and her 2 kids who were inside that car amazingly walked away, but the pilot would sadly lose his life after the wreckage burst into flames.
The FAA and NTSB are investigating what went so terribly wrong. Local 10's Terrell Fournay is live.
And all 3 people who were aboard that plane were from the very same family. There were 6 total victims. In fact, we know that some people who were on the ground were also injured. So 1 person dead, as you had just mentioned, including that pilot, but 5 people who survived this plane crash. It all happened here on the Haulover Inlet Bridge. This is A1A just north of Bal Harbor. Certainly some terrifying moments that were caught on cell phone video and some dash cam video, and we are seeing a very new view for the first time. Just as cars move southbound on A1A over a bridge, a small plane flying dangerously low comes into view on the northbound side. A red truck swerves to avoid contact.
Attention, time in reference to plane crash into a bridge.
The emergency calls went out seconds later as the single-engine Cessna 172 clipped two vehicles before making a crash landing onto the bridge.
I heard kind of like a bang, right? But I wasn't facing the bridge.
Witnesses jumped into action to try and help the victims, as seen on multiple cell phone videos. Bystanders were in shock. Some risked their own lives to get to the victims, as seen on this video. Sadly, though, Narciso Torres died in the crash. The 36-year-old was a longtime Miami-based air traffic controller. Two of his relatives were also aboard the plane. They survived. One is still recovering with extensive burns. A pair of victims on the ground were also injured in a crash that happened in broad daylight on a Saturday afternoon. A mother and her two small children were in one of the vehicles hit by the plane.
So this is what it is, man. You know, the ley line is very active. They don't want to say it. And then this fellow was driving. I mean, he was flying. All of a sudden, the airplane just go down, and he hit cars with it. You know, that's like a funny story to tell the insurance people. Like, I got into an accident. I hit an airplane. You know, it's like, what? What? These things happen. The ley line is active.
Saying, plane just crashed on the bridge. So plane just crashed on the bridge, and I turn around and I see the flame, and you know, I kind of just headed over to it and started filming.
The NTSB is now sifting through what's left of the plane. A spokesperson tells Local 10 part of the investigation will be to request radar data, weather information, air traffic control communication, airplane maintenance records, and the pilot's medical records.
Okay, this isn't just any dudes. This dude used to be an air traffic controller. So, yeah.
An investigation that could take up to 2 years to complete.
Of course.
So that wreckage was removed from where this crash happened and is being sifted through by those federal investigators at an off-site facility. But we do know at least what actually led up to this. Again, will take some time, but all we know is that this plane somehow lost power. It had just taken off from Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. It was headed to Key West when something went terribly wrong. Preliminary answers should be revealed by those federal investigators within the next couple of weeks.
As if you guys will bring this. Great praise, great glory, man. Those things are not happening like ages ago, brothers. This is like this happened. When did this happen? I think happened the other day. Hang on, let me check. While we're on the ley line, let us check. Bright line train hit Jeep. Okay. All right, bright line train. Let's listen to this. Bright line train hit Jeep. There we go. Okay, let's watch this one.
At 3, we are following breaking news involving another crash on the tracks.
Let's get right over to Local 10's Roy Ramos. He's in Hollywood. Roy, what can you tell us about this crash? I mean, 2 days in a row here. This is just very frightening.
Yeah, it seems like it's happening far too often, Christy. We are right off of...
Yeah, so, you know, they really don't know what's going on, brothers, okay? Remember, News 10, they make a whole article about the ley line. They didn't call it ley line. They said, oh, it's too many cars are hitting train, too many train are hitting cars and stuff like that. They keep saying, wait, this thing keep happening way too often. It's something going on here. But really, they don't know why. And we just told them every single day. We told them, hey, it's the ley line. That's what it is, you know. But let's keep on listening, though, from the beginning, all right? Let's let those people speak.
News involving another crash on the tracks.
Let's get right over to Local 10's Roy Ramos. He's in Hollywood. Roy, what can you tell us about this crash? I mean, 2 days in a row here. This is just very frightening.
Yeah, it seems like it's happening far too often, Christy. We are right off of Garfield Street and Dixie Highway. In fact, the Brightline train involved in all of this is still stopped on the tracks right here. Not much damage to the front of it, but What is very damaged is the vehicle that it struck. You can see it off in the distance right there, surrounded by Hollywood police officers who are continuing to gather evidence. It is destroyed. I want to show you what this all looked like from above in Sky 10. You can see that crash involving that Brightline train and a four-door Jeep. This all happening again in the area of Garfield Street and Dixie Highway. Witnesses we spoke with telling us that the driver of that Jeep was racing south and attempted to cut in front of the train as the crossing arms were in the down position. They said that's when that train struck the vehicle, causing it to flip over and eject the driver. Nearby drivers pulling over to flip that Jeep right side up before the man inside was rushed to the hospital to be treated for serious injuries. Now, I just spoke with one.
Just in case you didn't know, this dude didn't survive, all right?
Man who said he heard the crash. Here's what he tells me happened.
He was chasing with the train down.
This dude name is Yakub Naber. Jacob in the misery. This is a Yakub Naber. Okay, all right. Jacob.
Dixie, he must have seen the barriers down. He tried to do a zigzag to get round, but the train was faster than him.
And that's it.
And that's when you take the chances.
Hey, some didn't make it. All right.
And as we come back out live to the damage here, we can tell you at last check that driver was in critical condition. But over the last 5 minutes, we have seen as what appeared to be relatives or friends of the victims have arrived here to be very distraught. So obviously they have received some unsettling news within the last few moments. I can tell you that just as we heard of this crash happening, we were working on another Brightline train crash that happened just yesterday, where a 27-year-old father of 4 who had a child on the way also lost his life. I was in the process of reaching out to Brightline to find out what can be done to prevent these incidents from happening.
Nothing. Just get off the lane. Get off our lane and leave the train, leave everything behind, including your clothes on your back, and swim to the ocean. That's it. That's the only way. This thing is only going to get worse and worse and worse. At one point, you won't be able to drive. You won't be able to fly. You won't be able to do anything. You will have to come to us so we can open portal for you guys. We can use our own technology to make you travel. You won't, because the blessing is being taken away. He was just on the phone with those people, Brightline. Brothers, the reason, if you don't see me report those things, that doesn't mean they are not happening. They've been happening so much. It's just like we've been very busy. I've been quite busy, and I don't even report those things. We barely make Esau's video every 2 weeks, every week. We used to make this thing every day. But it's so much happening, brethren. We don't have the time. Okay? These things are happening all the time. Okay?
I'll have more on that coming up on Local 10 at 4. For now,
okay, so let's take the other one. Okay? There you go. That's the dude that... yeah.
After surveillance video you saw exclusively first on 10 showing a tragedy on the tracks. A Brightline train smashed into a truck, splitting it in two. Local 10's Roy Ramos is live in Pompano Beach with new information about the driver that was killed. Roy.
Nicole, we have learned the victim was just 29 years old. He was a father of 4, and a friend who I spoke with off camera tells me he was on his way to work at the time this all happened. It happened right here at this intersection, and Brightline officials tell us he attempted to cross the tracks here when those crossing arms were down. Surveillance video obtained by Local 10 showing the moments railroad crossing lights begin to flash. Watch as you can see headlights approaching as the driver attempts to make it across the tracks when the vehicle is hit by the train.
I was in my apartment and then I heard a big boom.
We've learned the man behind the wheel was 29-year-old Jake Bresnahan. His family setting up this GoFundMe page to raise funds for his 4 children's education. Sadly, the father lost his life as he was on his way to work.
Part of the car is here and the part is here, and it's a mangled mess, you know. Who could have survived this?
Nearby residents hearing the sound of the crash, the Brightline train splitting Bresnahan's truck in two. Along the tracks, we spotted mangled metal and truck parts scattered.
Look at this, brothers, okay? This is no joke, man. This is no joke. And people think like those, we all saying or making those things up. No, we not. This thing all happening is real. This happened in Pompano again. for those of you who've been following this for a while, this happened in Pompano again, and we've been telling the people this thing keep happening every single time, but they like, oh, this dude, he was suicidal or he was trying to beat the train. No, he didn't see the train.
Trident Dixie Highway in Pompano Beach. It's there, investigators said the crash happened just after 5:30 in the morning.
There was one person that they put on a stretcher. That's what I saw.
According to officials with Brightline, the driver went around the down gates to try and beat the train. If the area looks familiar, it's because it's not the first time a Brightline has crashed into a car in this stretch of tracks. In February of 2020, one person was killed when officials say they drove around the down gates near Dixie Highway and Atlantic Boulevard. And most recently, in November of 2021, a woman Atlantic Boulevard. And
Look at this.
They drove around the down gates near Dixie February of 2020.
Let's put this in slow motion, man. Oh, damn. Oh, good grief. Look at this.
One person was killed when officials say they drove
See? It run right through it, brothers. Oh, man. Oh, good grief. Oh, man. You know what happened? This person saw the train really far. Okay? The train, you didn't see, the train was coming very far and it jumped to a portal. Okay? Watch this. Watch here. Watch here. Watch here. Okay, we stop here. See? You should have been able to see the train here. Okay, the car's already right there at the track. Keep watching. Keep watching. Keep watching. Keep watching. You should have already seen the train. Watching. See, it's already on the track. Where's the train? Watching. It's on the track. Where's the train? Watching. Watching. See, it almost passed the track. Where's the train? Then the train come up right there. Right there. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, brother, look, man.
The down gate near Dixie Highway and Atlantic Boulevard. And most recently, in November of 2021, a woman and her grandson survived a crash after failing to get the car off the tracks.
Okay, the car's always stop on the track. The car always stuck in the track, and people think this thing is a joke. It's not, man. It's not. Let me get another. Let me get another video. Oops. Oh, let me see. Oh. Let me get this away. Oops. Whoop. We already watched that. Get this up. There's a woman. Oh, there you go. Let's watch this one again. We're not making this up, man, okay? Those people really don't know. Watch this one, okay? Look at this.
A train smashes into a car just seconds after the driver got out. Those flashing lights are a signal to get out of the way, but this woman says she wasn't able to move her car. This video, released by the Duluth, Georgia Police Department, shows a vehicle turning right onto a set of train tracks. Traffic continues to whiz by as the woman realizes her car is stuck. She gets out of the vehicle just in time to see the red lights flash and the gates lower, leaving the car alone to take the force of a head-on collision. Authorities said the driver told officers she was unfamiliar with the area and accidentally turned right onto the train tracks. The cargo train was transporting lumber when the crash happened. While her car was sent spinning, the woman was unharmed. Duluth police reminds drivers that the first thing to do if their car ever gets stuck on train tracks is to call 911.
Yeah, like you guys going to pick up. You guys didn't pick up last time this happened. For those of you who saw the video when that woman was got stuck to the ley line, okay? Still got that video. I got the whole thing, the whole 9 yard, you know? When that woman got stuck to the, whoops, let's get rid of that. When that woman got stuck in the ley line, you know, you guys, when we were calling 911, you guys didn't pick up because you couldn't, because there weren't that much of you folks working, okay? And this video right there, okay? Okay, we're pushing, and then the car got unstuck. The car push, the car finally get out. And the car finally got out. Okay, all right. And then after that, the train passed. Right after, the train came out of a portal. You need to watch this, so you need to watch this. Let me see if I can put this video in there. So you might want to watch that, okay? When we talked to the sister, she said, I don't know. I was just driving and I just see myself there. I don't know how I end up getting there, you know? So I'll put the video on there. Whoop, is it this? Oh boy. Where is it? No, that's not it. There we go. Excuse me. All right. Excuse me. Oh, man. All right. That's it, man.
And as we come back out live, I can tell you that I have reached out to Brightline to find out if anything can be done to stop these incidents from happening. Just alone, on this stretch of tracks on Dixie Highway between Copans Road and Atlantic, there have been 5 incidents that date back to 2019. Those are incidents that we have covered here at Local 10. They are also urging drivers to be very cautious when crossing the tracks and keep...
Brightline accident. All right, let's filter this. 2 weeks ago. Okay. Upload. Okay. All right, there was another crash right here. You know. All right, another Brightline crash. That's happened May 6th, not too long ago. No, 2 weeks ago. Let's check another one. And this is in Atlanta.
All right, welcome back. We got some new information during the commercial break regarding the breaking news we just brought you on that Brightline crash in Lantana. Crews are responding to this train incident. This happened about an hour ago at West Pine Street and South Dixie Highway. We're told by crews on the scene this involved not a car, but a tractor trailer and a Brightline train. No injuries were reported right now. The scene has been handed over from fire rescue to the Lantana Police Department. The entire area under investigation still as we speak. Again, no injuries right now. The tracks of that Brightline are closed at this hour. If we get any new information as we speak, we'll certainly bring it to you throughout this.
Still Brightline. Okay. Another Brightline. Okay, there's another incident, Brian.
Tonight, more questions about why we keep seeing scenes like this, vehicles crashing into Brightline trains. We've had 2 incidents just this week. Often it's because of decisions like this, drivers intentionally going around the crossing arms and right into the paths of the train. But in one spot in Hallandale Beach, a teenager out walking was killed. How did he not see the train coming?
How did he not indeed? How did he not?
CBS 4's Joe Gorcho spoke to the teen's father, and what he found may surprise you. CBS 4's Joe Gorcho is live in Hallandale with the story. Joe?
Elliot, Fernando Ramos is the father of the teen killed on the tracks that you see behind me. He asked one favor of me tonight. When a Brightline train rolled through, turn my back to it. So I did, position across the street next to one of the trees near the tracks. The train really sneaks up on you. By the time I heard it and turned around, it was like a second from being on me and barely visible because of the tree line.
because it came out of a portal. You people cannot see this. Watch the video that we post. You'll see how the train literally, brothers, I'm not making that up, but making this up. You for those of you that watch this video, the train are very silent, and then they just came out of portal, kill you. See how loud that thing is?
A Brightline train whistles down the tracks late Wednesday evening. It's a sound Ramos now fears.
I can hear it every night, but now it's a very eerie sound that brings nightmares.
Ramos spoke to the Hallandale Beach Commission, advocating for more safety measures near the tracks.
And I feel that it's not a safe place anymore.
Ramos and I talked privately by the tracks where his son Dimitri died. He pointed to the memorial by a tree honoring his 19-year-old son. In February, a train struck and killed Dimitri as he walked over the tracks. He was leaving the local YMCA that night to head home.
Whose child has to die next before it's an issue? And I'm determined to keep speaking about this if I have to go to the governor of Florida.
The commission heard his plea and tonight passed a measure for the city to begin evaluating how they can secure their part of the track.
To make sure that we get done what has to be done, not the minimal, but make sure it gets done.
Mayor Joy Cooper is determined to save lives. Ramos calls for barriers by the track and an accessible crosswalk position near the residences and businesses across the street. Right now, only trees and small no trespassing signs deter people. Doesn't work. We saw many groups, including a family, crossing over the tracks. Brightline Senior VP Ben Porritt shared his safety vision for South Florida.
3 different types of safety enhancements. The first is channelization, fencing, and landscaping that will take people from just crossing the railroad down to a proper crossing.
An ongoing Associated Press analysis reveals Brightline has the worst fatality rate per mile nationally.
You know, we can
nationally and internationally. Brightline is I don't know why people they are not seeing this. It's hilarious and scary. Brothers, I'm not making this up. People think like this thing is like, you know, let me play a beat while those people are trying to, do this thing over there, man. I'll play Celebration Zero for the Gentiles.
and partner with them to do things on the tracks.
And again, the Brightline track rolls right through this residential neighborhood here in Hallandale Beach. And I'm just across the street. To my right is the YMCA here locally. The public park is just in front of me. And to my left, less than a block away, is a daycare center. Mayor Cooper hopes that the city's new commission study that they just passed tonight will lead to effective change and keep its citizens safe.
bright light, bright, yeah. BRIGHTLINNE, bright line is in the mist. You can't cross, and you can't walk, you can't drive because it's come out the portal. LELYLINE, lay line. Oh, it's in bright line. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the line. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's in bright line. Yeah, yeah. It's in the line. Lay line. Lay line. Bright line. Bright line. Bright line. You cannot use the line anymore to travel. You cannot use the line anymore to, you can't use them. We can use them, but you cannot. Your blessing is over. Yeah, you cannot. Bright line is in the misline. Yeah, bright line. Yeah, it's the ley line. Yeah, bright line. Yeah, it's the ley. It's the ley line, man. Bright line. Yeah, is the bright light, is the most high. All the angels are on our behalf. They are doing this. They are in the yeah, get the bright line. Yeah, get the ley line. Yeah, get your bright line, bright line, bright line. Ley line. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, is that thing recorded? Yeah, because if it's not, I'm gonna have a real issue. But anyway, let's finish this, man. Boy, I started this video at 11 a.m. I mean 10 a.m. It's already been 12 hours. I'm not even finished with this video. Anyway, 21 injured shooting at Millbuck Games. Watch that. Is that Milwaukee Bucks game? That we watch that. Let's see. That's next.
Wrong. Chopper 2 was over the stretch of beach just after 4 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. Toms River police say a 17-year-old and 18-year-old were reportedly digging a large hole in the sand when it collapsed. Both became trapped. One man who assisted in the rescue effort but did not want to go on camera tells us the hole seemed to be around 6 feet deep and that many people helped try and dig the two out. And while they were able to get this 17-year-old girl out, her 18-year-old brother, identified as Levi Caverly, could not be saved.
This dude's name is Levi. Hang on. 18-year-old Christian drummer died buried in the sand. There you go. All right, that's the fellow. He's a drummer, okay?
Them.
One's still buried up to the chest.
All right.
This family is enjoying a simple pleasure, burying each other in the sand during a beach vacation. But for this young man, fun at the beach would end in tragedy. 18-year-old Levi Caverly lost his life when a hole he and his sister were digging caved in on them.
You know the irony is, I mean, there's a verse in the Bible that says the hole that they dug for us, they fell in it and they died there. You know, so that's not the first time we hear this. Remember the two brothers that fell into the horse manure pit, and then they literally drowned in horse and cow dung, and then they die. Well, there's another one here.
One's still buried up to the chest. Another one is below the sand.
The young man and his family, who are from Maine, were visiting this beach at the Jersey Shore. Authorities say the brother and sister were using frisbees to dig a hole 10 feet deep when the accident happened.
Why would they dig these things so deep? Why? Could probably not be an accident. They need to check the life insurance. Make sure the sister owes the beneficiary and check them, you know. But I don't know. Just saying.
2 people buried in the sand.
Beachgoers called 911.
The kids were digging a hole at the beach and it caved in on the kids.
The 17-year-old sister was rescued, but Levi didn't make it. Levi was a drummer in a Christian band.
Ah, okay.
His is a close-knit family who did everything together. This is Levi on a hike in the woods with his father. In a heartbreaking tribute posted on Facebook, grieving dad Todd Caverly writes, "Your world can be forever changed in a second with no warning and no second chance."
This is true, man. In a second, no warning. And there will be no second blessing here. That's it.
My kids love to dig holes at the beach, but how deep can you dig and still be safe?
Well, a good rule of thumb is never dig above your knees.
Above your knees?
Above your knees. That way it's a gauge for all the parents.
Hugh Boyd is the lifeguard chief for Seaside Heights, New Jersey. If all that sand comes crashing down on you, how difficult is it for someone to rescue you?
Very difficult. Extremely difficult.
It's immensely difficult.
It is.
Depending how far you are. Time is of the essence because it crushes your chest.
That's what it is. You can't breathe because every time you breathe, the sand is caving and it's pushing and crushing your organs. A horrible thing.
To get away from the chest area so that it can breathe.
Now a family is grieving.
Well, those are the type of people you're seeing at the supermarket, you know. That's what you see at the supermarket, man. and Buffalo. So hey, one of them buried. So that's what it is. All praises to the Most High, man. I mean, the dude name was Levi. I mean, yo, you can't make this up, man. He's a Christian drummer, and we told you Christian are catching hell.
And a wild road rage incident all caught on camera. A Florida man gets out of his car armed with a knife to confront a driver. That driver then pulled out a gun. Fox's Matt Trezza has the chilling video.
You got a knife, he doesn't have nothing.
Deputies say the victim's wife shot this video of the confrontation between her husband and this man, Rafael Vincent Rivera.
Dude name is Rafael. Rafael pulled a knife on the fellow. Okay?
The couple says Rivera cut them off and they followed Rivera. When both men eventually stopped, Rivera stepped out of his truck holding a knife.
Get on your bike and go. Get on your bike and go.
As the two continued to argue, you could see Rivera swing his knife at the victim, who then pulls out a gun.
No, babe, I got it on film. Down right now.
He could have killed him. He could have killed him. Okay, because if this dude was black or any other shade of color, any other shade of black, he would have killed him like right there. He could have killed him because he swung the knife at it. Okay?
Rivera calls 911 to report the confrontation.
Yep.
The corner of World Way and Pine Lakes. I just had a guy pull a gun on me.
Because you swiped your knife and I have it on camera.
Deputies showed up and put the cuffs on both men while they investigated what happened. After talking with witnesses and reviewing the video, they let the victim go and arrested Rivera for aggravated assault.
Okay, the guy could have shot him, you know, and then both of them should have gone in jail because in Florida, if you're black, you can't do this. They would have arrested him because they would say that he threatened his life. You know, because this guy pulled a knife, he swung the knife at him. He could have just like pum. That's it. You know, all praises, man. Gentiles are losing their goddamn mind out.
And the discovery of
crazy.
her body comes just days after her family claims they told police about the car's location. Jason Miles is live from Texas City. Jason, any leads as to who may have put her there?
Not at this point, Mia. Everything remains under investigation. We do know that this missing mother was reported missing 1 week ago today. Her family says they found her car right over there a day later, but the trunk was not opened until yesterday.
Feeding pet chickens is a daily routine, but Ben Washington says he can't stop thinking about something very much out of the ordinary.
It's peaceful around here, but when that happened, it was like...
This is video from yesterday when Texas City police found a woman's body in the trunk of her car just a few yards away after neighbors called about a suspicious odor. It was parked near a tree along 4th Street where a piece of crime scene tape remains today.
I don't understand people. I mean, I was raised different. I'm 46 years old. I don't like that type of crap. I mean, it's not cool.
Police say the body in the trunk was that of 24-year-old Angela Leanne Mitchell of nearby Dickinson.
Her name is Mitchell. Okay, you know who's in the midst, and the dude is 46. You know what to do.
Mother of 4 reported missing by her family last Thursday.
All I wanted to do was find my baby. I was just trying to find my baby.
Mitchell's mother, Georgia, says her daughter's past includes sex work, but that she was trying to build a better life. She claims police dismissed her concerns early on, even after the family says it tracked down Mitchell's car 5 days before officers finally popped the trunk.
And I went yesterday to the Texas City Police Department, and I found an officer that was an absolute angel. I found one that finally took me seriously.
Yeah, because they really don't do that, brothers. They really don't take you seriously when you go to the police stuff, because this is not their job. They are not trained to do search and all those things that you see on the TV and stuff like that. They are trained to kill black folks. That's what they are trained for. If you need real help and things like that, those guys can do this type of work, man. Okay, you'll find one or two that are, you know, they are willing to do this. They are really good at it, but most of them, they basically don't know what to do unless you say she was with a black dude. You gotta say, well, I'm not racist or anything, but she was with this black guy. We don't know. They will get right on it. They will get right on it. Okay, but they don't really take you seriously when you go to the file a report. They will send you everywhere because that's not what they are for. That's not what they train. You know, that's not what that is. You know, they are trained to kill, they are trained to murder, and that's what it is with those guys. That's why they don't take this woman seriously. Okay. Plus, of course, you know, she was a sex worker, you know, so to speak, a professional baker. And they like, you know, she probably somewhere doing some stuff. And then the poor women, you know, got killed. So, you know, that's what it is, man. You know, those guys, they don't know what they are doing. Plus, they are not interested in things like that. You know, they are not. All right.
Medical examiner's office is working to determine Angela Mitchell's cause of death, although her mother and others are.
I just realized that her first name was Angela. Angel, Mitchell, Angel, Michael, the angel, Daniel, 12 and 1 is in the mist. You can't make this up. Okay, and the Most High keep telling us here, he is in the midst protecting us, and certain people is taking them away.
Are convinced she was the victim of a horrible crime.
She had 4 babies that loved her and that she loved. And I have a 7-month-old grandson that's never gonna know his mama.
Crazy, man.
Certainly a sad situation, and it's unclear the last place Mitchell may have been before her car showed up here. Right now, there is up to $5,000 being offered for information leading to an arrest, although at this point, the case has yet to be ruled a homicide. Reporting live from Texas City, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.
Someone somewhere knows something. Jason Miles, thank you.
Jason, this dude name is Jason Miles, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, man, it's all over, okay? Jason Miles. Crazy. There you go, another ley line, man.
Hi, Lou and Sandra. You're looking at the 2400 block of Janet Lee Drive with the cross of Briggs Avenue. This accident here happened just after 2 o'clock this afternoon. You can see California Highway Patrol on scene, and the LA County Fire also responded to this. Let me zoom into where the car ended up. It's a car into a house is what the call was. When the fire department arrived, they did find a male in that vehicle that rammed into one of the houses here. It actually ended up between homes here on Janet Lee Drive. I can tell you that the CHP is reporting 1 fatality, although they're not saying if it's the driver that is dead or someone in the house that may have been struck by the vehicle. We're waiting on confirmation on that, but you can see how the car ended up kind of wedged there against the houses on this street, 2400 block of Janet Lee Drive with the cross of Briggs Avenue. That's the latest over.
All praises, man. You see this dozens, if not hundreds of times.
You have 2 what look like avocados on the map. If you're in
Okay, tools that look like avocados in the map. Again, I don't like to swagger jack those guys, but if you look at our community post, okay, if you look at the community post right here, okay, all right, you know, another face right here, tap back, and all right, so those are the witnesses. The grain zabuka is here. The avocado is doing its job. The mighty one is ruling in our favor, or in our favor. Here's for the strange and peculiar people out there. If you have the spirit, you'll understand. Witness 1. Shalom, bro, Levi. I know you're busy. I had to share this. I was listening to Weather Navigator, Mr. MBB333. He said on the map there appears to be 2 avocados in the center, severe storm activity. Yahweh, confirmation to the nation. Blessing to you and your family, beloved sister BJ. Witness 2. Shalom, brother. Watching Mr. BBB3. 2 different email, brothers, I'm receiving from sisters, all right? And what does he show on the map? 2 big advocates. Check this out. Cannot make this thing up. Thank you for so much, Miss Mocha. Sister Shiba Shan, stay up high. Here's the clip, and then here's the clip. Okay, we know what the avocado is again, and there's 2 avocado here, and he's not making those things up, brothers. They look like avocado. Okay, 2 avocados here. All right, 2 avocados here. All right, so we're not making this up, you know. Crazy, man. Tornadoes, flash flood. This is going to be big, and it's almost here. Almost here. All right. So then again, you know, he's independent. This is the only guy I have huge respect for. He never get into that conspiracy theories. Oh, this is up. Sharon or doing this. He tell you that the issues right here. He just tell you what it is. He doesn't add this, the elite political stuff. Get out of here, man. All praises. All right.
Now, his loved ones say they feel lost without him.
He see everything that happened. He see his dad going down.
June Anabo was shot in front of his 11-year-old son outside the Filipino restaurant he co-owned in Oakland's Fruitvale neighborhood.
Parent target, and I just hear 6 shots, and I come out and I see him on the ground, and just his son screaming.
Anabo died at the hospital, where his only child learned the news.
He collapsed. He said, "Why somebody hurting my dad when he loved people?"
It happened outside the Lucky 3-7 restaurant at Fruitvale and Brookdale at about 9:40 Wednesday night. Fellow restaurant owner Jose Ortiz, who helped Anabo open the business, said his friend tried to reason with his attackers.
When the gunman pulled the gun, June said, "Hey, take it easy, and they shot him, and then he ran away and hid in the garbage can.
I've learned that Oakland police are investigating whether the shooting had to do with the victim buying a truck for a relative, only to learn that it was stolen. The restaurant owner may have been trying to get his $15,000 back. A party this month was to have celebrated the father turning 40 and his son graduating from 5th grade.
He cares a lot about his family. He made sure everyone was good, even if he wasn't. Put a lot of people first.
On Thursday, a steady stream of well-wishers leaving flowers and notes of condolence. Ortiz says Anabo will always be with them.
He's not gone. He's here. His legacy, what he did for the people of this community, is always going to be alive.
His Filipino dishes, from lumpia to chicken adobo, relatively rare in the predominantly Latino Fruitvale neighborhood.
His vision was to bring some Filipino culture that was nowhere to be found.
City Council member Noel Gallo also helped get the restaurant off the ground.
You know, not only were they committed to their family.
His name is Noel, of course, you know, Christmas. Jesus Christ.
They were committed to the neighborhood, the culture.
See how those people always get help? People help them and help them open business and stuff. Not our people.
The restaurant's now
you know, the restaurant called Lucky 3-7. If you add 3 plus 7, yeah.
Closed until further notice. Anyone with information is asked to call Oakland Police. Henry.
You asked to call Oakland Park? Is that what that is?
Running for the doors. Video from the school shows students and staff running for open spaces like playgrounds and roads. It happened around 8:30 in the morning in China's Sichuan province. The quake measured 4.8 magnitudes, and there have been no reported deaths or destroyed buildings,
of course,
although some structures did sustain slight damage. But hundreds of rescuers are now on standby waiting for potential aftershocks. An alert system was able to send out a warning signal 6 seconds after the quake struck to inform people further from the epicenter. Officials say the quake originated from a known fault line that has been causing similar earthquakes since the 70s.
Yeah, that happened yesterday, which is plague number 9 or plague number 10, thunder voices and destroying earthquakes, and of course plague number 5, destruction by earthquake and the sword. Let's close with this.
Just into our newsroom, a suspect now in custody in DeKalb County after being accused of stabbing and killing a pastor. DeKalb County police tell us 27-year-old Christopher Griggs stabbed
Okay, the dude was 27.
7-year-old Marita Harrell on Wednesday night in Lithonia.
Let's listen to this again.
County police tell us 27-year-old Christopher Griggs stabbed 57-year-old Marita Harrell on Wednesday night in Lithonia.
So this is a pastor, of course, with the holy cross in her neck, you know, and you guys, this is holy. It's not for you. This is our people's stuff, okay? This is the 4 energy. You put it on your neck, you know, and then you being a Christian and you're 57, 5 plus 7, 12. The guy that killed you is 27, 2 plus 7, 9, destruction, okay? And again, when you watch, you see those Christians, they are catching hell, man. They are catching hell.
Police say he then drove her body in her van about 5 miles away on Coffee Road. The pastor was later found dead in the van, partially burned. According to the church website, Hurl was the pastor of Connections at Metropolitan United Methodist Church. She's lived in the Atlanta area for more than 30 years. She leaves behind a husband of 27 years and 2 daughters.
Okay, the husband for 27 years. 2 plus 7, destruction, 9. Okay, which is literally plague number 9, execution by the sword, and she gets stabbed. You know, and yeah, man, this thing, we're not making this thing up, brethren. Okay, this is not something that we just make up, or things that pass, we have time, and this is May 20th, yesterday. Crazy.
Briggs is facing charges of arson and murder.
All right, then. We done. Unfortunately, I upload this video. I was doing the video at 10 a.m. I finished at 10 p.m. and it didn't record. I had to re-record it. So by the time, let me do this, and I'll tell you to enjoy the beat. Fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever. When you're praying, always ask for supreme knowledge, divine wisdom, because you were destroyed for a lack of knowledge, not a lack of following men, nor a lack of money and wealth. Knowledge.